Good afternoon. Please rise for our national anthem, led by Carmen Howe, Monica Tenover, and Katie Berger. They are students in the Department of Theater and Dance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Good afternoon. I am Gail Wells, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, and it is my high honor to welcome you to the commencement ceremony dedicated solely to our graduate students. The decision to pursue a graduate degree requires academic preparation, intellectual accomplishment, hard work, perseverance, and a commitment, both personal and financial, to succeed. And today's ceremony marks the culmination of our students' dreams to earn a graduate degree. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce the most important people in the house, the Fall 2011 graduates. Congratulations, graduates. Will you please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. This is your day, a day of great joy. Today's date, December 17th, 2011, will always be a memorable one to you. I hope you will enjoy the events of today and will look back with fond remembrance of your transforming time at NKU. We know you will bring pride and honor not only to yourselves and your families, but also to this great university. Today, we celebrate your completion of a major life milestone. We are here to celebrate not only your success to date, but also your great potential and your bright future. Armed with your NKU graduate degree, we are confident that you are prepared to pursue a rich, full life with a balance of meaningful work, love, service to others, and play. You should be extremely proud of your accomplishments, and we are honored to welcome you to the elite company of those who have earned graduate degrees. We wish you continued success with your future endeavors. Please join me once again in recognizing our graduates and celebrating their success. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the distinguished members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Will the representative of the Alumni Association please stand? Will the representative of the class of 2011, our student speaker, please stand? Will members of the President's Cabinet please stand? Will members of the NKU Board of Regents please stand and be recognized as I read your name? Chair of the Board of Regents, Terry Mann. Vice Chair of the Board of Regents, Brenda Wilson. Secretary to the Board of Regents, Dennis Repenning. Regent Jenny Fox. Regent Eric Brose, Regent Chuck Hawkins, and Regent Dustin Robinson. Please join me in recognizing this distinguished platform party. Thank you. Now I would like to offer a special welcome to those who care so deeply about our graduates. There is a sense of pride and joy surging through the audience today I know that the class of 2011 would agree with me that they could not possibly have reached this point without the love, encouragement, and support of so many of you. The dreams of many people are being realized here today, and it is appropriate to share the recognition as well as the pride that is inherent in this wonderful event. So let me recognize the parents, grandparents, and family members of our graduates. You too are to be congratulated. Will all the parents, grandparents, and family members of the graduates please stand? Thank you. And now I would like to single out for special recognition an extremely important part of the NKU family, our faculty. Let me take a moment to honor them and draw your attention to the key role they have played in bringing the class of 2011 to this important milestone. NKU's faculty members are the very heart of this dynamic institution. Their dedication ensures our students receive what we like to call an up-close and personal education. Colleges and universities have changed over time, and many wonderful things happen on a university campus. But one thing is no different now than it was when the first teacher inspired that first student, and that is the importance of the essential relationship between students and faculty members as teachers, scholars, and learners. One of the keys to a solid education is just this: the work of the faculty with the students as they contribute to their learning experiences, their intellectual growth, and their personal development. Northern Kentucky University is so fortunate to have a faculty so firmly dedicated to students and their learning. This faculty brings academic credentials from some of the most prestigious universities in the world. Many have achieved distinction on the state, national, and international stage through their accomplishments. So now it is my distinct pleasure to ask all members of the current faculty and the emeritus professors to stand as you join me in honoring them with your applause. Thank you. The student speaker for today's ceremony is Miss Elizabeth Powell. She is graduating with a Master of Communication degree from the College of Informatics. She was named the Outstanding Communication Graduate Student Researcher for 2011 and has also been an officer in the Communication Graduate Student Organization since 2010. Elizabeth's ambitious plans following graduation include pursuing a PhD in Communication Studies, after which she hopes to become a professor and a researcher. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth Powell to the podium.
Today, I want to talk about 3 terms I've encountered during my studies here at NKU: intellechy, agency, and voice. The first might not be familiar to everyone, but it was first used by Aristotle when discussing his theories of metaphysics. Essentially, intellechy describes a fully realized being. More specifically, it guides the actualization of potential. Entelechy is a form, a classificatory system, where a being is classified according to the perfection of which it is capable. Entelechy is often used with the word inertia, or work. Here, work is not used to denote merely labor, but for us, it can be understood as the work for which humans can realize and actualize their full potential. For Aristotle, this human work consisted of reasoning, desiring, and deliberately choosing. Now, I'm not saying that simply making choices will give way to our individual perfection. I believe it is how we do this work that contributes to our intellectual pursuits. We do this, to introduce my second term, through agency. Kenneth Burke, who in NKU's department is a rock star, he stated that human agency is the mechanism or vehicle by which something is accomplished. If our work as humans is to reason, choose, or desire, I believe the agency by which these are accomplished is through our voice. Voice is much more than the sounds made when communicating. Rather, I would like to think of our voice as the essence representing our own individuality. Voices give us the power to question, to assert, to disagree, to effectuate change, To ignore or deny ourselves the vigor of our voices is to deny that which makes us uniquely human, and thus our availability to entelechy. One event symbolic of what I've just described is the opening of Griffin Hall. NKU describes Griffin Hall as a visible representation of the robust, ubiquitous technology and the intense collaboration that characterizes it. The building's transparent skin allows us to look into it and see the human interaction that is ultimately Griffin Hall's most complex and valuable system. What we can gather from these remarks is that despite the beautiful architecture and state-of-the-art technology it houses, Griffin Hall's true operating system derives from the human work inside. Griffin Hall truly is a smart building in that it recognizes that voice is a co-construction of those we work with and those we learn from. As my peers and I learned in graduate communication theory seminar, there are multiple, sometimes competing definitions of communication. I say that communication happens when meaning is made and made known. Some might say that degree completion means growing up, becoming an adult, or the always cringeworthy get a real job. I would like to think graduating today means having a responsibility to insert our voices into larger public discourses, to reason and choose without the anchor of our professors. Graduating today means recognizing and fostering other voices, just as NKU has done for us. In considering the mentors I've worked with and learned from at NKU, I can celebrate today because I've had the opportunity to hear their voice and let it inspire my own. For example, Dr. Mark Lehman has given me a voice of true compassion, whose work with marginalized and oppressed groups demonstrates the need to recognize the value in all voices, even those least audible. Dr. Andrea Lambert-South instilled a voice of pedagogy. She gives her students a confidence that ultimately results in a profound connection to the material and to the discipline. My thesis advisor and mentor, Dr. Jimmy Manning, whose own work recognizes not only that communication research in and of itself creates change, but it is often the case that without such research, our own stories would never be told nor heard. As scholars and practitioners, my mentors remind me we have the power and sometimes the responsibility to allow others to use their voice. My voice is undoubtedly stronger today because of this mentoring. So in conclusion, the challenge I pose to us, the class of 2011, is to not only recognize that we have a voice, but to use it. Many have already assigned damaging characteristics to our generation without yet witnessing our capabilities, without yet hearing our voice. Let us actualize our potential, our perfection, through the agency of that voice. As the newest members of an informed and educated public, let us be heard. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am David McClure. I have an undergraduate and a graduate degree from this fine university. I also have the honor of being president-elect of the NKU Alumni Council this year. The Northern Kentucky University Alumni Association connects alumni to strengthen relationships and celebrates university and alumni successes as it leads endeavors that further the interest of the university and its supporters. That is the mission statement of the Northern Kentucky University Alumni Association. Simply said, celebrate, connect, and lead. I know that you have a lot on your mind today, and I will only ask for your time and attention for something very important. I know that, first of all, congratulations. We on the Alumni Council are proud of you. Your educators here at NKU are proud of you. We all celebrate your accomplishment in receiving this degree and joining the NKU alumni. Some of you may be surprised to know that NKU has alumni all over the world doing great things. I bring you a message from the Alumni Council asking this: as you go forward, developing and using what you've experienced here in these last months and years, please associate yourself publicly with this great university. Continue to connect with this place, Be its conduit of relevance to provide a continuum far into the future for others to experience the celebration and expectation that you are experiencing. It is your personal drive and character making this possible today. The alumni community certainly wants to connect this institution with your personal accomplishments. You are the face and identity of this university. As you plan for all your tomorrows, please connect with this place to help lead our communities and our world using what you are taking from here. Finally, on a personal note, being a fellow alum and fairly philosophical sort, I would like to share a thought with you from one of my core values on which I reflect from time to time. You probably have heard this verse before. Too much is given, to those much is given, much is expected. And when giving of your time and treasure, give good measure. In closing, remember this. Join the NKU alumni community online. Find the Alumni and Friends link on the nku.edu website. It is the best way to find out what's happening around here. Associate yourself with this institution. It is certainly proud to associate with you. Many great people from all over the world have previously walked across this stage, and now you are one of them. Congratulations.
Graduates, I'd like to add my congratulations to all of you and to those who supported you on this journey to commencement. You come, as you well know, from a variety of academic disciplines and professional fields. For most of you, this degree represents the next step in becoming a professional in your chosen field. That is, one who possesses specialized knowledge not readily found in non-professionals. As a professional, you'll be judged in at least 3 different ways. First, you'll be judged on your capacity to think critically and analytically about matters related to your profession. This includes your capacity to continue learning related to your profession and to translate what you learn into practice. Second, you'll be judged on your capacity to perform in professional practice settings. How well do you achieve that which the profession exists to achieve? Third, you'll be judged based on whether you conduct yourself in a way that supports and enriches the profession itself. Professionals and professions run into problems, it seems to me, when they fall short on any of these 3 dimensions. They stop learning, they stop demanding the highest performance standards for themselves and their colleagues, they compromise the ethical standards that define their profession, or they lack the courage to challenge orthodoxy and convention when orthodoxy and convention need to be challenged. That's the only way professions grow. Professional success is influenced not only by the knowledge that you bring to your work, but also by your capacity to create and sustain ambitions and dreams for yourself and for your work. Each of you gathered here today represents a unique and compelling story. Each of you is a unique and compelling story, but what you share in common is that each of you began your NKU journey with a dream. It was the ability to dream that brought each of you to this day, and I would argue that it will be the power to dream that will move you forward in your life and career, even in these challenging times. In an age that sometimes seems to be dominated by cynics and skeptics, it seems to me that dreams and dreamers matter more than ever. Dreams, as we all know, elevate, they motivate, and they inspire. They cause individuals and communities to achieve absolutely remarkable things. Achieving your dreams is not always accomplished through a straight line progression. I would expect that many of you know that by now. Sometimes it involves false starts and detours, but in general, if we stay with it, we get there as you got here. Think about it for a moment. Everything that's worth accomplishing in this world begins with a dream. It's not the skeptics and the critics and the doubters and the cynics who advance human progress. It's not the people who always focus on why something can't be done, who make a difference in the world. No, it's the people who combine the courage to dream with the tenacity and grit and perseverance and drive to translate those dreams into reality. It's the people who are willing to risk failure in order to achieve something others may believe is impossible. When individuals and communities and nations lose their capacity to dream, decline generally follows. Decline generally follows. How many times have you been told that a dream wasn't possible, that you need to stop dreaming and get real? I will tell you that the most inspiring people I've known in my life have been dreamers their entire lives. They've never stopped dreaming, and those dreams remain their focus in good times as well as in bad. The best advice that I received at my graduation, my graduation ceremony, a lot of years ago, was this: find something that you believe is important to do, that you love to do, and throw yourself into it, and your career and possibly even your life will take care of itself. Certainly your career will take care of itself. Don't allow the challenges of the moment to divert you from the life that you believe you are called to lead. How much can you achieve in your life? More than you ever thought possible. How much can you achieve in your career? More than you ever thought possible. John Gardner writes in his book on self-renewal, and I quote, "There's something I know about you that you may not know about yourself. You have within you more resources of energy than have ever been tapped, more talent than has ever been exploited, more strength than has ever been tested, and more to give than has ever been given. Yes, you matter and your dreams matter. As you depart Northern Kentucky University, understand how much we believe in each of you, how much we believe in your capacity to achieve those dreams that you hold most dear, and in the process to contribute to human progress. Understand as well how much you are needed by those whom you'll serve. There are people waiting for you and your commitment to serve. Beyond preparing you in your chosen field, my hope is that we've prepared you to dream even more expansively, to commit even more deeply, to hope even more fully, to love even more dearly, to believe in yourself more completely, and to demonstrate the qualities of thoughtfulness, integrity, and responsibility that bind us together as a people and will define you as a person. The fact that you've arrived at this place, this commencement, is living testament to your tenacity, your strength, your persistence, and your ability to achieve that which you set out to achieve. On behalf of the university's Board of Regents, its faculty and staff, and the public whose support has made this day possible, we offer our deepest congratulations. Hold tight to your dreams. Don't waver or compromise. Recognize that there'll be challenges, but none that you can't overcome. And as Elizabeth suggested a few moments ago, let your voice be heard in terms of who you are, what you value, and what you stand for. We need that voice today more than ever. We hope that in ways both large and small, we've helped you move closer, a bit closer certainly, to the dreams that you hold most dear. Congratulations, graduates, and best wishes for a wonderful, satisfying, and fulfilling life. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask all of the master's and doctoral candidates to please rise. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, through the Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended. I now declare you a graduate of Northern Kentucky University. Congratulations. Now, would you please be seated? Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Mark Wasisco, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, and it's my privilege and my pleasure to present to you our second class of graduating students in educational leadership with their Doctor of Education. So, Mr. President and honored guests, I present them to you to receive the degree that they have earned.
Receiving the Doctor of Education and Educational Leadership degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Carrie D. McKenna, William Joseph Meister, Jr., Dawn T. Schneiders-Laber,
Please join me once again in congratulating these graduates.
Good afternoon. I'm Sam Zachary, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. The College of Arts and Sciences offers 3 master degrees: Master of Arts, Master of Public Administration, and the Master of Science. Achieving a graduate degree requires a committed effort in the pursuit of knowledge. It is my distinct honor to recognize those women and men from the College of Arts and Sciences who are receiving graduate degrees. Mr. President, it's a great pleasure to present these individuals who have successfully completed all requirements for the master degrees for which they have been recommended by our faculty.
Receiving the Masters of Arts from the College of Arts and Science are Aaliyah Monet Brown, Sierra Emily Earl, Luke Martin Gresham, Allison Jones Gastrite, Amy Lee Marsh, Jennifer A. Martin, Jody Paul McFarland. Deborah Ann Cartellone Patton. Holly Michelle Watson. Receiving the Masters of Public Administration degree from the College of Arts and Sciences are David Adam Balt. Matthew James Clark. Dustin Matthew Lester. Mark Jerome Ober. Tyra M. Singer. Myron Joseph Smith. James Alton Taft III. Jessica E. Tucker. Receiving the Master of Science in Industrial and Organizational Psychology from the College of Arts and Science, Victoria Lane Campbell. Bradley A. Ray.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you join with me, please, in congratulating the newest graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard Colby, and I am the Dean of the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business. The Hale U.S. Bank College of Business offers 3 graduate degrees: the Master of Accountancy, the Master of Business Administration, and the Master of Science in Executive Leadership and Organizational Change. The achievement of earning these degrees is an indication of a strong commitment to learning and leadership. Mr. President, it is an honor to present the men and women from the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business who have successfully completed all requirements for the master degree for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving the Master of Accountancy from the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business, Michael David Counts. April Dawn Garrett. Trevor A. Rosso. Marquetta Milkova Allison. Thanks, I'm glad you said that. She had to change, I'm sorry. Receiving the Masters of Business Administration from the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business, Christopher Craven. Sean Patrick Finley. Carrie Ann Thinnell. Melissa Joy Fitch. Jason Andrew Hoyt. Matthew Lee Kearns. Rachel Eileen King. Daniel Stephen McCabe. Kevin Bradley Niehaus. James David Strassinger. Candace Joy Setmiller. Receiving the Master of Science in Executive Leadership and Organizational Change from the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business, Alejandro Estrada Blanco. Arnez Booker. Angela Cole. Kelly Hibner Cab. Robert Preston Howard, Jr. Anita Rose Southwick. Elizabeth Elise Janney. Katie Koff. Cleve Lovelace III. Thomas McDonald. Tina A. Nussbaum. Sherry Christine Prodell. Adnan Sasek. Lisa M. Tucker. Alicia M. Willett. Amir Zahor.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in congratulating the newest master's graduates from the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business.
Mr. President and honored guests, it is now my pleasure and a privilege to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for their master's degrees, including the Master of Arts in School Counseling, the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Arts in Education, the Master of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, and the Masters of Social Work. These candidates have successfully completed all requirements for their master's degrees for which they are recommended by the faculty.
Receiving the Master of Arts from the College of Education and Human Services are Donna K. Calhoun. Melissa Marie Cooper. Paula J. Davis. Carrie Ann Dunlop. Kia Ran Girding. Jennifer E. Herzog. Kathleen M. Hildreth. Aaron N. King. Rebecca Sheeran Love. Allison G. Morse. Jennifer Joy Mugavin Smith. Joseph C. Newman. Megan Jean Norman. Jamie L. Phillips. Kimberly Elaine Randall. Amy E. Sandusky. Jessica Tobin. Teresa A. Wickland. Receiving the Master of Science degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Richard Joseph Cates. Kelly Danielle Jones.
Please congratulate our newest graduates from the College of Education and Human Services.
Good afternoon. I'm Denise Robinson, Dean of the College of Health Professions. Mr. President, I'm honored to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the Master of Science in Nursing. The MSN degree offers majors in nursing administration, nursing education, and advanced nursing care as a nurse practitioner. Earning a nursing graduate degree requires a large component of individual study, clinical work, and research with focus and commitment from the student. The students are to be celebrated for their devotion to their studies and for their achievement as evidenced by their completion of the rigorous requirements for the degree.
Receiving the Master of Science in Nursing from the College of Health Professions are Kimberly S. Badinghouse, Scott Allen Blanton, Jamie Holman, Jarane F. Kanwa, Kristen Lynn Laswell, Christy Colleen Moynihan, Christina M. Staggs, Connie Wagenacht, Jack E. Warfield,
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the newest master's graduates from the College of Health Professions.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kevin Kirby, Interim Dean of the College of Informatics. Informatics unites the fields that span communication, information, and computation. The College of Informatics offers 5 master's degrees, a Master of Arts in Communication, and Master of Science degrees in Business Informatics, Computer Science, Computer Information Technology, and Health Informatics. Mr. President, it is a pleasure and a privilege to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the master's degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Communication degree from the College of Informatics are Lisa Carpenter Huddleston. Amelia Doreen McCall. Rodney Dale Weisman. Receiving the Master of Science in Business Informatics degree from the College of Informatics are Selena A. Oladapo. Receiving the Master of Science in Computer Science degree from the College of Informatics are Kenneth P. Cooney. Receiving the Master of Science in Computer Information Technology degree from the College of Informatics are Andrew M. Elam. Keshav Neupane. Receiving the Master of Arts in Communication, Elizabeth J. Powell. The Masters in Computer Information Technology, Papa Sei. Sri Harsha Vasaredi. He's going to have to duck. Receiving the Master of Science in Health Informatics from the College of Informatics are Kimberly J. Feldman. Renee Danielle Hodge. Melinda Lewis. Samuel H. Sladen. Jack E. Warfield.
Please join me in congratulating the newest master's graduates of the College of Informatics.
Congratulations, graduates. You have achieved your dream of earning a graduate degree. And thank you very much for allowing us to celebrate with you. Now will you please rise and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words to the alma mater are printed on the outside back cover of your program.
Northern, let your vision lead us, hearts of women, men, and youth. Help us seek the higher virtues, guide us to the greater truth. Northern, northern alma mater, may our lives enrich your name, and in time leave us your children, better far than when we came.
This concludes our commencement ceremony. Please remain standing while the platform party and graduates leave the hall. You are invited to a reception for the graduates, families, and faculty located on the veranda behind the curtain on the concourse level. Thank you all for coming, and once again, I extend heartfelt congratulations to the 2011 graduates. Thank you.